right now it seems like a
flat app.
it feels like a marshmallow that is gnawing at one corner. Then I need to go to the marshmallow and keep poking at the marshmallow and say, hello, can you give me my value? Then the marshmallow will be like, huh?
You want to claim?
You need to wait another 3 days. Then I know.
Hi, I'm Adila.
I'm Hsuan.
And you're listening to Kiasu Design Life. So for today's topic, we are gonna go straight into it. We are talking about
SimplyGo.
Yes, or is it Simply No?
Yeah, so how caught up were you with this rather first world drama of SimplyGo in Singapore?
For 2024.
It's like we have so many news just starting of the year.
Yeah.
And just Singapore has to have their own version, which is the whole saga on SimplyGo.
I feel like it's not just a saga on this. I mean, previously there was like a lot of drama about people getting laid off. And then now we have this. So I think it just took over like a storm.
People's emotion wouldn't settle, and then suddenly LTA just decided to stir up our emotions again with this SimplyGo thing.
Oh, and just to backtrack, LTA stands for Land Transport Authority.
Anyway, for people who have not caught up with the news, or if you're an overseas listener, we can just quickly introduce, what happened between SimplyGo and Singapore. So SimplyGo is basically like one of the transport transactions services in Singapore lah. So if you use the Singapore MRT or buses, it's either you use the EZ-Link card and then the other one will be SimplyGo. So in 2024, LTA announced that non-SimplyGo users, or non-SimplyGo adult users, which is like already very confusing.
Yeah.
We'll need to switch to SimplyGo by June, which is a 5 months lead time lah.
Before they're gonna totally phase out the EZ-Link cards. And when they say to switch, it's basically to use their SimplyGo app lah.
And what they may think that is just a switch for part of the commuters became like this huge public uproar in both the online and also the offline forums.
I think a lot of people were caught by surprise because they felt, why are you changing something that was already working?
Yeah, I guess a lot of people were saying that don't fix what's not broken.
Yes, that's the line I was looking for.
And then the other one is 1 step forwards, 2 steps back. The reason why people are not happy being enforced to use SimplyGo is because you're actually taking a benefit from them. The ability to see your card balance when you tap, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and because this is such a core of your commute journey, so people were thinking, why are you enforcing us to be more primitive now in our commuting journeys? Some of us got laid off already, we need to fudge. No.
But I think basically they're saying that you may not be able to see it then, but you can still see it through their app. But I think people are like, why should I go the hassle of downloading an extra app, opening it up, waiting for it to load, and then checking it when I can just tap and immediately see my balance?
Correct. So the source of the frustration is that you are taking the seamless out of your commuting journey, and you're putting a lot of complication in between just to complete a task of knowing how much is in my card. Yeah. So the drama was even more dramatic when, like, I think it was 2 weeks of like uproar and online discussions.
Yeah, around there.
And then suddenly everyone's phone just received a notification saying that, hey, LTA decided
to U-turn,
to go stun on their decision. It became a very hot topic in the product space also, yeah. Because it's very it's kind of related also. Like when you introduce changes,
and you never do research beforehand.
Correct, you never validate, or even maybe you do research, just that your research were not done properly, so it gave you the wrong information.
I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I read somewhere they did research but only on 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, how do you make sure that the research is representative of almost all commuters? Yeah, so the results of your research gives you that confidence lah to make that decision. Yeah, so clearly it didn't work. with them. We also have friends around asking like, they talk about this SimplyGo drama on KSDL because it's such a design / product or techie issue that really piques the interest of people in this space lah.
Yeah.
But there's already a lot of articles outside saying how this is not thinking for the users.
Yeah. It's like a business decision of someone trying to prove that they did a piece of work and then they did their job well. And then maybe this would get them promoted.
Yeah. We already pump in so much money to support SimplyGo. One way is to just enforce people to take on SimplyGo, so we bump out the matrix. Never know. Maybe that's one of the drive lah.
This is just our speculation of what we think.
Another one that's overly discussed is, how this whole thing is not just about the decision itself, but it actually has a lot of underlying issues in Singapore, which is people don't trust the government.
Oh, correct.
People in the government making decisions that is really not having the citizens in mind. Our take on this issue, we feel like, hey, how about let's explore this very risky territory?
Yeah, from the designer's point of view. I guess as a commuter point of view.
Because we are both commuters as well. I mean, we don't drive.
Yeah, I don't have
and
a
we don't
driving
take the public
license.
transport when it's inconvenient to drive.
Most of us are not lower income Singaporeans. I'll admit that I drive a lot of the time, so I only use public transport when it's inconvenient to drive.
So we wanted to see like, hey, how will our lives be if, let's say, this SimplyGo never goes down, right?
It was really forced onto us.
Correct.
How would we feel? What would the experience be? Would we be happy or would we feel stuck?
Yeah, like how integrated is the SimplyGo app really in the alternate reality of us gonna enforce to use SimplyGo?
SimplyGo multiverse.
Yeah, in a multiverse. Kind of give a critique on the app that the government or the LTA has built for us.
Yeah.
So I think before we start, right, Adila, are you a SimplyGo user?
I use my bank card. So I guess I am a SimplyGo user.
So in terms of the products, is just the card.
Yeah, correct. Previously I used normal EZ-Link card, and then I realized that, hey, actually I can use my phone to tap. So I just use SimplyGo.
So you opted for the convenience.
Yeah. I did miss having the chance to look at my balance.
I see, okay.
Yeah. But it wasn't something that I was angry over about lah. Because I chose to eventually go for the convenience of just tapping my phone. Yeah.
Have you used the app?
Actually, no.
Have you heard of the app?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you heard of the app? Okay.
Only now lah. Last time no.
Oh, okay. So after this whole drama, then you realized the existence of this app.
Yeah.
Oh,
precisely.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know there was such an app. Because I was already just using the card and I saw it as SimplyGo. And I didn't think of it as a brand name. I just thought it was just tell me to just go.
I mean, as the name suggests. Same. For me, I also use the card, but I never use the app. Yeah.
But you know about SimplyGo's existence.
You mean the SimplyGo app existence?
Yeah.
I knew about it when I was at a control station one day. Some issue with my card.
Yeah.
And then this ground staff just slotted in a promo lah, saying, hey, $1 our SimplyGo app or not? So that's the first time I heard of the app.
Oh.
But to me, it's like, you need to tell me what benefit I get ma.
Yeah, correct.
Because right now, to me, it's also SimplyGo. Why do I need a SimplyGo app? Yeah, so heard of it, but never adopted it at all.
So
until
when you hear of it, was before this saga?
I heard of it before this saga, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I saw a glimpse of it also because I was interested to see what's up with this app that the staff was trying to push for. Because you go to the app store, right?
Yeah.
And then you get a glimpse of the preview of the app. Yeah. And I just I don't think I would like this app. Judging from design, there's a preview of the screenshots, right?
Yeah.
So that already gives you an idea of how the app was.
Yeah, for me, if I were to be in your situation, right, I won't just look at the designs preview of the app. I will also look at the updates of the app. Like, was there regular updates? When was it last updated? If it says last updated 5 years ago, then I'm like, why should I download this app?
It's not maintained anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
Right.
Oh, and also I wanted to add, this episode will be an interesting point at this juncture of our lives where we recall this certain point of time where SimplyGo has this drama.
Oh yeah. Maybe next time when they shelve SimplyGo, then they put SimplyGo in a museum or something. They can supplement with this app. With this podcast.
Feature this episode.
Yeah.
Then people have to stand there for half an hour.
Maybe next time, I don't know, next time people don't stand anymore. When we advance. Okay, so what LTA defines their SimplyGo app is that it's an app that aims to provide commuters with a seamless experience for their transit ticketing needs and card-related services.
Oh, you sound like a spokesperson for MRT.
Yes.
Some of the main flows that they have in mind is to view travel, transaction history, expenditure of yourself and your loved ones up to the last 180 days. I guess it is useful for parents who want to track their children's travelling expenses, maybe. That's why they want to see for your loved ones.
Track where their kids are going also.
Oh, helicopter parents.
Helicopter. I think it goes both ways actually. Like young adults, then they help their elderly parents also. And also track where their elderly parents go outside also.
Yeah. Whether do they go for their checkup or go somewhere else.
Why I see you tap the bus to the kopitiam?
I thought
you're supposed to go to NUH.
So another flow is to receive alerts on low card balance. I think this is good because sometimes I imagine if let's say you want to board a bus and then just as you tap, then you realize, oh no, it's low. I forgot to. I've been in that situation before. Back when I was in primary school, it was low, and then what I had to do was I had to walk all the way home. Yeah, one MRT stop away.
Oh no, if only you had the SimplyGo app.
What, 15 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah, and also I'll imagine, let's say you are in a busy morning crowd, and then there are people behind you queuing to tap out, and then the moment you smack your card on a card reader and it shows red saying low value, it's damn paiseh when everyone behind just walao. Like, it took you like so many times, and then you just become public enemy for that moment.
Or even worse, if sometimes people how they do it is like they tap and go. So there's this like certain momentum of people walking, and then suddenly you are the one who
break
this momentum.
Yes.
You didn't tap and go. Instead you tap and pause. Then people behind you will bump into you.
Yes. That actually happened in the Coldplay concert.
Oh, serious? What happened?
Yeah.
By the way, Hsuan just went for a Coldplay concert.
Coldplay concert, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then what happened?
Because they ended the concert, right? And I mean, most of us are taking the public transport. And you just imagine everyone, like maybe just 50,000 people rushing towards the MRT. So it just funnels through the gantry, right?
I imagine you guys like fishes swimming into this very narrow.
Yeah. Then suddenly one of the fish, right? They tap onto the E-Link gantry.
Cannot.
And it was red colour. I don't know if it was low or it's just like suddenly the card didn't work or something. And by then, you already are in your queue.
Yeah, correct.
You know?
Oh my god.
And then the people behind was so pissed off because they see every other gantries, like people just going through the gantry and getting into the trains already. Yeah, and wow, this girl, you can tell that she was stressed.
Yeah.
And the people behind was so pissed at her.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And she just kept tapping, like, then people just like, get out lah.
Shouldn't she at least like, wait, was she tapping her phone or her purse? Her wallet?
Her card lor, just a card.
Oh, just
like
a card.
A physical card.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but maybe the SimplyGo app can help to prevent this from happening.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So the two other flows are basically receive push notifications for your trip fares and also to top up on the go for cards added to your account.
Right.
I think this is to replace the ticketing machines that they have.
Yeah. And also they have good to have flows. So I guess they want to pump more benefits to this app. 3 of their good to have flows are they say they have a customizable homepage to facilitate access to your preferred functions. Not sure how useful that is. I think it really depends on what features you offer in the app and if it's customizable in a way that really makes my commuting journey way more accessible.
Oh, I think I know what they mean by this, For example, if you are always using certain bus, so you will bookmark certain bus numbers or certain bus stops. So I think that's where you have it saved into your homepage.
I see.
Because when I first read it also, I was thinking, what other functions are there?
Right.
Then I realized on top of that they have this plan your journey using the journey planner.
That's another good to have flow.
Yeah, so you can save your preferred routes and locations. So that's where they will put it inside a dashboard. Yeah.
Okay.
And the last one is that they have a travel guide. So you can check out the bus routes, fares, estimated travel time and bus arrival timing. Okay, so basically we're going to split this episode to 2 subparts. So we will walk you through our comments on a certain area that we find was a bit challenging and why. Then we will follow up with what would be ideal for us as users. So we are also aware that prior research should be done to justify our suggestions, but this is just a simple take based on our experiences as public commuters.
So we simply take on SimplyGo.
Nice.
Okay, so let's say we were to adopt SimplyGo by June. The first thing every one of us gotta experience on the SimplyGo app is the sign up and onboarding.
Yes, sign up and onboarding.
So my first impression is that it doesn't really seem very polished. During the whole sign up process. So this is more of a UI thing lah. Yeah, which is the back arrows are flying everywhere.
Okay.
It's just at different positions on different pages, and that already gives a sign that it seems like there isn't a very strong design system.
So meaning when you are navigating on the app, going through certain screens, when you press back, you saw that the back arrow moved.
Correct. And over there, it already gives me the impression that they don't seem to take the design quite seriously. It's either that or maybe there is really a design system, just that it's not followed through in code. Yeah, so that is already a deduction in the points lah for me in terms of the first impression. But honestly, because this is more of a utility app as I would imagine.
Yeah.
So the back arrows doesn't really seem to turn me off that much.
Yeah, but at the same time, it says a lot about the app lah. If
Correct.
all these little details are not being taken care of and then it's not consistent, then it says that some more it's an app which is being pushed nationwide. I would imagine it has to be professional, legit,
Correct, right?
official. And
just do something good about it.
Yeah, looks well done and very polished. So to have it like that, we just feel,
like they don't put that much effort into the experience of the app, which is supposed to integrate with the whole SimplyGo experience. Yeah, so it's quite interesting that just seeing the back arrows gives so many impressions of the app and the team managing the app already.
Yeah, like for me, my first impression was when we were trying to sign up, right? There were like 2 call to actions. So one was to actually browse through and see more information about the app, and then the second call to action on the same screen was to actually sign up or go through as a guest. So when I tried to go through as a guest, they immediately just showed me the homepage without going through an onboarding. So as a guest, I'm like confused. And then so then when I was trying to click around and trying to test out the other features, then that's where they finally pushed me to sign up as a member. So I guess so when I signed up as a member, then finally they introduced an onboarding screen, a set of screens for me. So I'm like thinking, then what's the function of having a guest there?
What's the point, right?
Yeah, precisely. If you're not going to onboard me well as a guest, then don't put a guest there. You should just push me to, you know how some apps, they let you try the app first, and then maybe when you want to try adding the card, then they tell push you to sign up as a member. So regardless whether you signed up or haven't signed up yet, you will still go through some form of onboarding, which I feel is still as important.
I see. Yeah, I'm just wondering, thinking from the
Yeah.
product team's point of view, like what would drive them to even create this flow, like a guest flow?
Maybe they want to factor in people who are skeptical about the app. They just want to
Yeah.
give it a try. They just want to download, give it a spin, see whether they like it or not, or they're just going to delete it after that.
So I'm just thinking, right, like, okay, first of all, is it because there is a degree of skepticism? Then it warrants a proceed as guest flow. Or maybe other than skepticism is unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Like people are unfamiliar of how this works and they don't want to commit putting their personal details first. They just want to see how is it like, right? Then they proceed as guests.
Because, okay, imagine I'm a guest who is already skeptical about this app, and then you never show me a nice or like a proper onboarding. It just fits more into my skepticism. Then I might
Encourage you to delete the app.
Yeah.
I don't need this 34.6 MB thing in my phone.
Yeah, like I'm a guest, I'm very skeptical about this app. I go in, I'm even more skeptical about this app. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm confused. It's useless. Delete.
Yeah. So the takeaway for this is that if you want to have proceed as guest flow, but you really make sure you have nailed the impression.
Yeah, the onboarding and nail the first impression for your new users.
Correct. Because you already deter people from signing up by giving them this alternate flow. So to get people to go back to sign up from this alternate flow, you have to make it so enticing for the users ma.
Like they're experiencing FOMO.
Yeah, like after they go through, then you're just like, wow, okay,
Wow, I should sign
I'm
up.
sold. I'm sold. You know? Yeah. So it doesn't seem like it's the way lah for this. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I guess one other thing which is more functional is after I signed up for an account on SimplyGo, I was immediately thrown with an invalid user and password.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't able to sign in. And that's the part where I'm the most excited because, you know, you go through this whole mundane part of signing up, right? You finally get to open the door and go in and see what the party is like.
Yeah.
And then, how come the door is locked? I cannot go in.
Excited for nothing.
Yeah. So that was what happened to me. I don't know if that happened
No, it didn't
to
happen
you.
to me.
Okay. Apparently when I went to Reddit and check, it's a common thing with people.
Okay.
So I just wonder, first of all, if they collect data about the usage. And I wonder how many people drop off from here because of this tech issue. So the thing is I have to close the app, like close it entirely, queue the
Okay.
app, and then go back in. Then I'm logged in already.
That's weird.
Yeah. So it's a very strange
So
thing.
actually, when they say invalid username or password, actually
It's
behind
not.
the scenes, you're actually logged
I'm
in
logged
already.
in already. Yeah.
Oh,
So that
wow.
part threw me off. Okay, so first it was that
Then-
flying back arrow.
Wow, that one gives a bit of trust issues.
Correct. To me, I just I don't really think this app is very well maintained. That was my thinking when I was using this.
Because imagine if you have such trust issues about logging in, and then in the future, if you want to add your credit card details,
Yeah.
then
It's like such a crucial flow, you already F up the functionality, right?
people will have trust issues with you.
Well, that was just the beginning.
You didn't start on the right foot. You started on left foot.
Yes. SimplyGo! Anyway, okay, so there was the sign up process. Now let's talk about once you open the door and then
Yes.
finally get to go in and see what the party is like.
You get to see the dashboard.
So first impressions of the dashboard.
I find the icons on the nav bar don't look as coherent and doesn't look as aligned.
Same.
The spacing and alignment seems a bit off. If you squint your eyes a bit and then you see it, you feel as if like there's a bit more spacing from the first icon, the second icon. I think for you, it reminds you of the older, healthy 365 app.
Oh yeah. Not in a good way though.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but it
But
just
what is it that reminded you of that app? Is it the interface itself or the functionality?
I think it's the incoherence
Oh, okay.
of
okay.
the icons. the iconography is one of the things that we just straight away look at to kind of analyze like more about the design of this app. So the nav bar is like this one way that you can just see how their style is like.
Yeah, correct.
And it just seems like it's like you need a home icon, you need a travel guide icon. Then you just go Google, then you type home icon. Then you take the first result. Then the travel guide icon also like travel guide icon, mobile app maybe, PNG. Then you just take the first result as well.
So what you're saying is basically it doesn't look like it's well thought of.
It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it seems like it's a grab bag of icons you Google. Yeah, so the incoherence of the icons say a lot more about the design lah. Probably, I don't know if they even have a designer. That's my take lah. Like the design just doesn't seem very well thought through.
Like there's no proper system in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep things consistent. Because if you have like some form of design system, doesn't have to be full-fledged. It's just a proper like, layout, alignment, grid system, just to have it there then already. So when you design, it looks like legit.
It gives you the faith as a user that there is a proper team behind this taking care of this app. We are making sure that you as a user, you get the most and you get the smoothest journey out of this app. Yeah, but it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah.
So that just makes you lose a lot of faith in the future of this app as well.
And it makes you not have high expectation of the app.
Yeah, really. My expectations were damn low at that point. And just knowing that after they say that everyone has to switch to SimplyGo by June, right?
Yeah.
There was news saying that there was so many people downloading the SimplyGo app that the whole app crashed because of the traffic overload.
Okay,
so that makes you think, right? Like, oh my god, so many people are seeing this.
Yeah.
So
exposed to this.
Yeah, so many people are going through the app experience and I just wonder what do they think of it. Once you go into the app, right, they just throw you with the coach marks.
So one thing I noticed also about the onboarding was when I was trying to tap next, I had to keep tapping a few times because it didn't really capture my tapping.
Are you using on the go or?
I think might be because I was on the go. But then there's the thing, you have to imagine when people are using this app, right? Yeah. All the different situations and contexts that they have to factor in. People who are rushing, people are walking on the way. If tapping itself needs you to be stationary and focused and tapping intentionally, then that defeats the purpose, right? Because you are using this on the go.
Yeah.
The next feature that we want to discuss more on is basically adding your card. So imagine we download SimplyGo app in time for the deadline and then you have to add your card in. So I think one experience was when we were trying to add in our card details, card type, card description. And then when I thought, what's a card description? Why do I need to fill it? But there was no explanation, no like caption below it to tell me more information or what is it about. Should I put in my name? Should I put in my card details there already? So I just anyway press next. But then they prevented me from moving on. They say it's required. So what do you add for your card description?
Okay, so funny, right? When I was typing this, I wasn't reading at all. So when I click on the card type and my card description, right, I thought it was the card number.
Oh, okay. So you put in card number.
Usually it's like card and then your card type, card number ma.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I didn't know why suddenly got this card description. So I just put in my number by default lor. I wasn't really reading ma. Then after that, when I click next, right, they say, oh, only text allowed. Then I was like, huh? Text, oh, it's card description. Then I was just, then I had the same thought. Then I was like, why need card descriptions, yeah?
Yeah, and I mean, the most you should put some information, describe what you are using this card for. For example, maybe. So just put transport.
I actually would appreciate if they pre-fill with a default for me to know what that field is, and also I don't have to think.
Like a placeholder text, is that what you mean?
Yes. Like if you never put anything, then it will be just called my travel card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Why do I need to go and type my own description? So that's adding the card lah. But once you add a card, I guess that is where all the benefits that SimplyGo promises you to have will come in.
Yeah. You mentioned about experiencing an offer that they give to you, right? After you input your card.
Yeah, so once I finish adding a card, right, the first thing I encounter is like this very huge pop-up saying that, do you start your morning journey from Punggol, Sengkang, Bangkok? Basically, some of the purple line stations. Okay, it's a hard sell lah for me to join this travel smart journey thing. But to me, it's like that continues to support the fact that it's not very thought through in terms of the experience, because I mean, you could have looked at my travel history,
First,
right?
Yeah. And then gather data from there and then recommend you something more relevant.
Yeah, like, do you think I start my morning journey from all this? Like, you can tell from my tap-ins, right, that I definitely don't. So this to me is extremely irrelevant and is considered an extreme hard sell. And it just become a huge turn-off lor. Yeah.
So we are gonna move on next to one of the main workflow that we're gonna explore more is basically viewing travel transaction, because I believe as public commuters we want to see how much is our fare.
Okay, for example, let's say we are a typical office lady.
We are a typical office lady.
Like a few months ago. Okay, yeah. So imagine our lives as typical office ladies. Let's say we tap in at Lakeside MRT in the morning lah. Then you tap out at Raffles Place. And then after that, you will receive a notification from SimplyGo saying, oh, your travel is from Lakeside to Raffles Place. Then when you tap in to see the details, you actually see the breakdown. I mean, the visuals are okay nice. Like, they actually gives you that visual of point to point, saying Lakeside MRT to Raffles Place MRT. Even tell you what lines they are. Like, Raffles Place is green and red line. And then when you tap in to see the details, that's the part where it confuses you a bit. Yeah, and I think that's the part where people are angry also, which is it's actually an estimated fare. Yeah, so the trip that you have taken 5 minutes ago, is an estimated fare on the app, meaning that you are not confirmed, you are just likely to be charged that fare.
A few days later.
Only a few days later, then you will realize you need to go back to the app and scroll back to the trip that you have done to check that, okay, this is the final fare.
Do they push you any notification to tell you that you already finalized the fare?
No.
Oh, so you have to rely on your own brain.
At least for me, in my experience, right, I only receive notification of my last trip, like my immediate trip. So once I tap out of the gantry, then a few minutes later, I receive a notification saying that this is my trip.
And this how much?
But after a few days, when it changed from estimated to final fare, they did not send me any notification, which is the notification that I rather get.
Yeah, that's why, precisely.
I rather know how much I am being charged for sure.
Yeah.
So I think the basic thing is that we already cannot see how much we are being charged at the gantry, right? Which is overly discussed. But how can you alleviate this experience? At least push me a notification saying that you are being charged at a final amount of how much.
For travelling from so and so to so and so. Yeah. It's like a nice summary, basically.
It gives me assurance that, okay, at least this is how much I'm being charged. Yeah. So I think another part that pissed me off is the verifying flow.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say back to the experience of you going to work, right? You tap in at Lakeside, you tap out at Raffles Place.
Yeah.
When you see the details, right, there is actually this huge button saying verify using fare calculator and table. So with that button below, it just hints to you that
there's something wrong.
Yeah, is it gonna be wrong? Like, why are they giving me this huge call to action saying verify? Like, shouldn't you
verify for me automatically?
Yeah, you verify for me, what? Yeah. And what is more pissing than this, right, is that when I click on verify, it brings me to the LTA website. And I have to manually click in.
And you have to input by yourself.
And input myself. You key in, tap in at Lakeside MRT, tap out at Raffles Place. Oh, it's 188. Oh, the estimated fare in the app is also 188. Okay, verified.
That's a very manual way of verification.
Yeah, it's extremely manual. So I don't know. I really don't know, first of all, if people even verify that for all their trips.
Yeah. I mean, they may want to verify, but they just may not have the time.
Yeah, who has the time to go and like one by one
Verify your $1 plus trip.
Correct. Yeah, it got me very what's that word? Dumbfounded. I'm just wow. What in the world is this app? Like what is this app even? Like it's supposed to be grant commuters a seamless travel experience, but it doesn't seem to me like so.
Yo.
Okay, so yeah. Anyway. That's the main workflow for viewing your travel transactions. Yeah.
Yes.
I think we want to be a bit more balanced as well in our analysis. So we wanted to explore another workflow as well, which is if you don't have a credit card, which we understand that not everyone has, or some people just choose not to use a credit card for their transport. So if you have a concession card or you have a value add card, then your other main workflow in the SimplyGo app is that you can top up via the app. You can actually click on top up and then you can click on the predetermined top up amount and then choose the card that you want to top up with, then input your card details. I personally think this flow brings a lot more value for those with concession or value add card.
Because at least you can skip the queue from lining up and trying to top up at the physical space. You can just top up on the go or at home before you go out. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so this part really leaves that whole experience of waiting in a queue and just puts it into the convenience of your phone. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Yeah.
Okay, so those were some of the points that we have for the SimplyGo app. So in summary, what do we think of the app? What could be better? What do you think?
I feel if I'm someone who cares about my budgeting, I would have so much frustration with the app.
Yeah. We will feel like, is there no better app to use?
Yeah, like checking of your point-to-point value is already such a chore. And making the claim is even worse.
Yeah.
Like you have to file the claim on the app, you have to track the status of the claim. Just using the app alone just does not give me a lot of joy in my life. Yeah, it does not help me celebrate that I'm commuting across Singapore, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, how about you?
I feel like the app is not as seamless and smooth in terms of the user experience. But I do understand that there are some people who are very particular about their expenses, transport budgeting. So apart from being able to see your balance when you tap out, I think some people would appreciate being able to actually track your average transport expenditure for long-term budgeting. And I guess that's where one good thing this app can do lah.
Let's say we are designers in the SimplyGo app team and you are being tasked to power up this app. Like the project brief is that how can SimplyGo be that one transport app for all Singaporeans? I think that would be being able to track your transport expenditure for long-term budgeting is really one good value add for it. Because honestly, when I was using the app, right, the only part where I was a bit more excited and I was like, ooh, not bad, is the part where when I see my past travel history and I get to finally see how much I spend on an average for 1 month. Like for example, in 1 month I actually spent $60 on transport.
Like a more accurate breakdown, in a sense.
Yeah, like just give a number to my days of transport. I think they can tap on this as well. Like you have data of my past travels already, right? What can you do more about it?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, come out your pattern.
Yeah, if you know that I always tap in from Lakeside every weekday morning and
At a certain timing.
Tap out at Raffles Place at, let's say, 9 a.m. Yeah, so you kind of know that that's my
SOP.
to office transport, right? What can you do about it? Can you push me
to come out a bit earlier to tap even before the peak hours?
Yeah, if you have data of the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know, like that travel smart journey thing, right? Like if you have a travel smart journey that applies to East West line, then tell me about it. Tell me how can I save 150 every travel. Then that also will give more benefit to me. Or
one more suggestion, I suddenly got excited. It can even be like, for example, they track your journey for the past 3 months, and then they see a pattern where you manage to, maybe last month you spend a bit more, maybe just 10 cents more, and then this month you spend a bit lesser, then have some form of celebrity. Hey, by the way, congrats, you spent 10 cents less for this route. Yeah, for example, perhaps going earlier timing has been helpful, something like that. Maybe then from there you can take note.
Yeah, that's really travel smart, right? That's giving more insights to my travel journey lah.
Yeah.
Or like, let's say you know that I frequent Lakeside to Raffles Place. Because sometimes I know they don't sense that you have tapped out. So when that happens, instead of me going to verify myself, could you have used my past data and preempt to tell me that, hey, I actually did not sense you tapping out. But we kind of know that this is a time where you tap out of Raffles Place. Do you want to verify that or not?
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So that is more active than passive, you know?
That sounds like a more robust, like, interactive app, which is like helpful lah.
Yeah, then that is more helpful than just, right now it seems like a
very flat app.
Yeah, it feels like a marshmallow that is gnawing at one corner. Then I need to go to the marshmallow and keep poking at the marshmallow and say, hello, can you give me my value? Then the marshmallow will be like, huh?
You want to claim?
You need to wait another 3 days. Then I know. Yeah lor. So I think there's a lot of opportunity for the app to just be a bit more active, be a bit smarter. Like, how can it be a helpful guidance?
Yes.
And for me,
a
my
helpful
commuting
transportation
journey.
guardian.
Yeah, it's right now. It just does not seem like it's going that way lah. Yeah, and we sure do hope that, let's say, down the line, there's still plans to adopt SimplyGo. Just so you know, SimplyGo team, there's a lot you can do about the app.
Yeah, just feel free to come and talk to us. or even just listen to this and then consider and take in our feedback and suggestions.
Our humble
yes, our humble
feedback.
2 cents. Yes, correct.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the end of our quick analysis of the application. Yeah. Are you one of those tens of thousands of people who downloaded SimplyGo app? And do you have anything about the app you want to share with us? Feel free to do so.
Were you one of the 1,000 that was tested?
Yeah. And what do you tell LTA? Is it you sabo them or what? Feel free to let us know also. You can reach out to us in our IG at Kiasu Design Live.
Yeah, Instagram.
We will also post some questions on Spotify so you can interact with us there as well.
Yeah. Happy to hear your thoughts. We will be sharing little snippets of whatever that you mentioned to us. Don't worry, we will hide your identity if you do want to remain anonymous. Okay.
Cool. Okay. Thank you so much for listening.
Thanks.
Now we gotta simply go.